3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Toon Clash! We're moving on to the next matchup of round 2, and this time it is Hey Arnold versus Avatar The Last Airbender. Two really big shows for the network and very highly praised shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, and highly praised for different reasons, I think. Because Avatar is more like, story focused and with these very fine characters throughout the story. I don't mean it in that way.
As you were.
Yeah, and then Hey Arnold is about like these life experiences with these kids in school, so living in this urban setting. So I think they're praised for very different reasons.
Yeah, Hey Arnold is kind of like slice of life, but with like the slices that are most important to people growing up. And that's also why it works so well, that it's not like cutting out any of that. Like it doesn't glorify childhood, but gets more existential when it wants to be, but still manages to be funny at the same time. Avatar is like one fixed story, one summer, a fixed beginning and end, and doesn't really stray away from that.
Right.
But it's still like rewatchable. Like if you wanted to watch one particular episode, you wouldn't like lose anything unless it's like part 2.
What do y'all think? Arnold and Aang would be pretty good friends if they ever hung out.
Arnold will give Aang advice like, "Look, I know you don't want to be a Fire Lord, but this is what you got to do, my friend." Yeah,
Aang's like, "Why is that smooth jazz coming from?"
About like the story of the Avatar, and he would know everything about it.
Oh my God,
Gerald would be like, "The story of Avatar Aang and how he came to save the Fire Lord."
I love it. Can I offer you another glass of tea? No raspberries, please. Like Uncle.
Never eat raspberries.
Ira hanging out with Grandpa Phil.
Actually,
Grandma would be terrifying. What was that?
Helga's hanging out with Zuko and stuff.
No, Helga tried to punk Azula.
No. Helga's part of Azula's squad.
Move it, bucko. What is wrong with you, type freak? Oh, Helga. Get away from me. Why do you sound so much like Rhonda? Oh, I don't know who that Rhonda girl is, because they have the same voice.
Big Bob is the Fire Lord. Wussy Airbender.
Get out of my face, Robert. I swear I'll burn you.
Who would Oscar be?
My cabbages.
Mr. Wynn would be that guy at the tournament, like, "Oh my God, they're tough. What? Give me that."
Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to bring up that we didn't talk about last time with Hey Arnold.
Crossover. Sorry.
Someone animate this.
A crossover we never knew we needed.
Yeah.
Grandma's plotting an attack on the Fire Kingdom. As you were, Paleo.
So one thing we didn't mention last time we talked about Hey Arnold was the whole saga with Dino Spumoni.
Dino Spumoni.
Yeah, and how like he faked his death, and he had like this funeral, and there was that kid. There was like, "Can we go now?" In a minute.
Oh yeah. And then on the other side of it, I just remembered a little joke from Avatar that cracked me up. It was the episode where that assassin with the mole that just like paralyzes you, and like how Uncle Ira had a crush on that girl, and at the end he was like plopped over her, and Zuko's like, "Uncle, I didn't see you get hit by the..." It's like, which is kind of creepy. But
there's a lot of stuff. You go back
funny.
and you look at it, like it was funny back in the day, but now because humor and everything is so like, we got to protect everything. It's like you go back and you go, "Oh, okay." Like Grandpa going on a date with those 12-year-olds and
What? I guess Grandpa and I will be good friends after all.
What?
I'm just goofing. You're right, though, that the culture's shifted where it's like, what was once kind of okay ground to tiptoe around jokes, it's like, let's move on from that and be a bit more mature about it. So culture changes.
Yeah.
Which, if that helps people heal and be better, then so be it. I guess I can't laugh anymore. God. No, but legit though, a show about empowering women though. I mean, Korra, I fucking love her. Not Korra. What's the other
Katara? Where was this last argument?
Sorry, Katara. I like Katara a lot more than Korra at the moment. Katara has a good story arc, kind of the mother in a way of even like, though it's weird because like Sokka fancies himself a leader, which he does become, but you kind of have this relationship between him and Katara where they're like, who's taking care of who here, and I get a motherly vibe from Katara, and because I'm gonna get shit for this. I'm of the opinion that I think Katara should have ended up with Zuko at the end. I think Aang felt more like a little brother and should have remained that, but whatever.
What about May?
What about her?
It's May right now.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be May. But I mean, Avatar. It's one of the titans of Nickelodeon. Was there ever really any big hype leading up to it, or? I don't know much about the studio. Was it just kind of like, bam, there it is? Holy shit! What the hell is this?
There was like a pilot that premiered that I remember seeing, and then like I remember the show being on Nick, but it wasn't like it was a big thing. I was just like, oh, this looks really animated, but I was just along the lines like, oh, it sort of looks like DBZ. I'm gonna watch it, DBZ. And it was like, that's why I watched it, and I was just like, oh, okay, this is good. Because I remember as a kid when I watched Avatar, I think I liked it, but I didn't love it. It wasn't until I was an adult that I like absolutely loved it, and I was like, I was just watching. I was like, oh, this is a good show, and I like watching it every single day. But with Avatar, I think it was just there's so much in that show that you can just compliment. But the thing is, like, Hey Arnold has so many great lessons as well. Like the thing is, like, those are literally in my top 10 like favorite anime series of all time. So this is just like two clashing things that I love, because like with Arnold, you got like all these, like, I love slice of life stuff where you just, follow along with people and you see like, oh, this is how their daily lives go. This is how they act. This is what they do. And then, you see various like adventures and shenanigans they get into. And
well, it's like the best of two different types of genre where it's like, can I offer you a nice filet mignon, or can I offer you
a pizza?
If that's what you like. I was gonna say a nice like hibachi.
What's some boozy shit like creme brulee?
I'm just saying it's kind of like having top tier food from Italians and then top tier food from Mexicans and top tier food from Japanese. It's like it's all really good. It just comes down to preference at the end of the day of like what you're feeling. Because like Hey Arnold this has been the matchup so far. Where if it was Korra versus Avatar, that's a bit more in the wheelhouse of the genre. But like Hey Arnold is very different compared to Avatar. The things they have in common, though, great characters. I know that in Avatar, there's more of a character arc through multiple episodes, while Hey Arnold, it's more, it is episodic, because it has to be. It's slice of life. So that's different pacing. Though the characters are still just as good.
Yeah, they both have a great Halloween episode. Like, Arnold has that corpse bride thing.
The measure of a true good show is
the Ghost Bride one was effed up.
What? Which one?
I said the Ghost Bride episode, which was effed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like, I'm going to show this woman cut up her sister and husband. Just
oh, God, yeah.
Oh, God.
But the bloodbending episode was too. I mean,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That one was intense, dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think, because it surprised me, I think not a lot of fans of the show are on board with Katara being that great a character. I don't think too many people like her.
Not a lot of people like Katara. I found that out recently because I was talking to a few.
Because I really liked her when I watched, and I only first watched it a couple years ago.
I was at Kamehacon and we were talking about Avatar, and like I guess the topic of Katara came up, but then a lot of people were like, I don't like her. She was just a whiny little thing. And I was like,
really?
why? Like,
they even acknowledged that.
Yeah,
they even acknowledged that in the Ember Island Players episode.
Mm-hmm. It's like, why is she always crying?
Exactly.
Oh, God.
But no, like, both of them have great characters, but Avatar, in my opinion, just even more. We haven't even talked about Toph, which surprises me.
Yeah, Toph is literally my favorite character in the show. Like, it's like Toph and Iroh are like my favorites in freaking Avatar. It's just like, I think Toph is just a great character. You have a girl who like is like, you know, has this handicap, but she doesn't use it as a handicap. Like she can like do all this great stuff. But like they had such great blind jokes with her, like that whole thing of like where she was like saying like they were like looking for like this tower in the like desert, and she was like, "There it is!" And he was like, "Where is it?" He was like, "Oh, that's what it'll sound like when one of you sees it." And then she does the John Cena can't see shit. It's just like, I was like,
no, your Toph was an amazing addition to like Team Avatar. Like where it was just Aang, Katara, and Sokka, and then you had Toph added in. Amazing story about how she's like her parents are always like cushioning her as far as like, you have to take it easy, honey. Let's take it simple. You're blind. She's like, the fuck talking about my blindness means I'm powerful, and that was an empowering episode.
Mm-hmm.
So so many characters in that show were great. I thought the first villain, the antagonist, I forget his name, like Commander
Zhao.
Yeah, I thought he was kind of generic bad guy, and they got rid of him and they moved over to a much better villain being Azula. And this is tough because Hey Arnold, I love it. It is a chilled out show. It's fun. It's clever. The characters are great. That's the hardest thing to do, is finding good characters that will keep you around for a slice of life show. Like Cat Dog, it's all right. But shows like The Simpsons did it great. Bob's Burgers is doing a great job. South Park is great. But like Hey Arnold nailed it, where it's like, no, and not only are these characters fun, but like the Mr. Win episode, it's like, wow, that's a serious backstory. Yeah. Hey Arnold will bring the seriousness too, where it's like, no, we got some stories to tell. This isn't just all jokes and laughs. The therapy episode, sorry,
with a Helga,
that was really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it has continuity error because Harold shouldn't be in kindergarten with him since he got held back in like some grade. So it's just
got held back in preschool.
Held back. But I think like the only thing really I can do, because like to me these are like top tier. Like yes, they're pedestal. I think they are great. If you guys like message me like, hey, you guys, you want to watch this entire season? I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
And it's just like But the thing, I guess. The only thing I really do is like comment that like Hey Arnold, while the series was great, it did have like a movie that was terrible and a movie that was just sort of like, when I first watched the Jungle movie, I was like, oh my god, Arnold's back, oh my god, the voice is great, oh my god. But then like when you watch it like a second time, once the hype brain wears off, because like that's the thing with like a lot of people, it's just like when hype brain overtakes you, you just like all rationale.
You want to like it. You want to like it. Mm-hmm. Like you're, because that was the same thing with like the first Hey Arnold movie, the second one. Hey Arnold has a lot more baggage, and that's a good point because Avatar: The Last Airbender it's more concise.
But those are
there is the great divide. There is.
Yeah, what about like just the show itself? If you don't count the movies,
why wouldn't you?
I guess in the sense.
In the sense of like its original run.
Oh, okay. So this is what I would honestly do. Like, all right. So like Cosmo mentioned, the Great Divide. Like, I think that's like the stupid episode of Avatar. I don't like that episode. Like, that is the one episode where I'm just like, what? Really? You had to lie about this thing? Like, that was it. But then it's just really like, what is it? Like a 60 episode show series. And then like nearly every episode is like A or B plus quality. And then like you go back and watch Hey Arnold. So this is what I'm going to have to do for this right now, because like all of the episodes are fresh in my head because I've rewatched these series to completion countless times. I got both the box sets like in my back, like literally right behind me. And I would say that Avatar overall has a lot of just phenomenal episodes, but like only one or two stinger. I would only say one. Like I honestly cannot think of another episode of Avatar that I just disdain or something like that. With Hey Arnold, there are a couple episodes that made me go, all right, this is some bullshit. I mentioned it before with like the whole like the bunny pajama episode that even the creators like quote unquote said he hated or something
Allegedly.
like that. Like he said that one. I think that episode is just like awful. I hate when that episode comes up. There's an episode where Arnold finds this money in a bag that this old woman with crazy hair found, and then everyone doesn't believe him. And it's just like I don't like.
They fucking crucify him essentially.
Yeah, they do. Like there are certain episodes like that are just like so mean-spirited that I just go like fuck this thing. Like because all right, so for me, if I'm watching a series and then like I'm enjoying it so far, but then it comes to episode and like, fuck, do I have to like watch through this or can I just skip it? And it's just like, if I want to get the full, feeling, I got to rewatch the entire series. So I would say, Hey Arnold has quite a few more of those episodes where I'm just like, I gotta watch this fucking episode right here or something like that. Like, you know, like hell, certain episodes, like I think there was one Lila episode I didn't like, and not the one that most everyone dislikes, because to me, I was just like, Arnold, that was your fault, all right, because she liked you, and you just said, nah, I'm not interested. Then you're like, oh, I want you now. And
Lila.
Yeah, I was just like, that episode, I didn't mind, but everyone hates that episode for some reason. I didn't mind it because I'm just like, that's on you, bro. But God, I would just say, like, I love both series so much and could rewatch.
Oh God, hold on. Can I mention something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Remember the episode where Arnold visited his cousin, and it was like
Arnie.
a fucking nightmare with like
it was a dream. I thought it was a real episode. That was like
episode scared the hell out of me.
What, with a pig at the end? He was like, now you're good.
It was so unsettling. Well, again, the show does a good job with its characters and how they show how every character is the opposite. Where like Harold's like, Rhonda, I told you this is embarrassing me, and Rhonda's like, I told you, Harold, I don't care how I look, and she's like stuffing candy in her face.
Yeah, exactly. She's just like a hillbilly, and then like freaking Lulu was a slut basically. She's like, I want to get with you, Arnie.
Dude, she wanted to toss in the hay. It's like Arnold's like, nope. There is an episode that this is something I think a lot of y'all can probably relate with me with, but like little inconsistency that, like, okay, for example, there's the episode where Mr. Simmons was introduced, and Harold ate his sandwich, and the camera started panning around the room with all the kids laughing with their warped up faces, and it was weird because Arnold was in that shot with his face warped up, but as soon as that shot ended, it had Arnold being all concerned, like, oh no, we made fun of him. And that bothered the hell out of me, where it's like, Arnold, why are you concerned? You were laughing too just a second ago.
I think maybe it was one of those things where either it could have been like Mr. Wynn thinking all the kids were laughing at him, so it was like, that's what it was. Mr. Wynn, not Mr. Wynn. Mr. Wynn!
Mr. Simmons! Mr. Simmons!
Mr. Simmons, where, well, actually, I like the fact that they made it canon that he was gay. And like,
yeah. But that was almost like a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, I know. That was just like a great thing. But like, the whole thing with him looking at the kids, and then Arnold usually was like the same one. Like, I think like there were only a couple times where Arnold was like a bit of a ass, though it wasn't like the and his birthday party, and was like, guess what? It's gonna be a surprise birthday party, and you better come up. And you're just like, no, Arnold, I don't feel like no, I'm not a jinx. You better show up.
Right? That's right.
He was so pissed off about it. Or the episode where Lila liked his cousin Arnie, and then Stinky was like, gosh, Arnold, she just likes him more than you, doesn't she? I guess that makes you feel pretty pathetic. Stinky, shut up. What did I say?
Every single episode of Hey Arnold right now.
Well, it's tempting, but we probably shouldn't. It's a show where it's got its gems. It's really good. But I guess if we're gonna move over into the like voting phase right now, is there anything else y'all want to say, or are we just gonna summarize and then vote?
Well, I wanted to say that like whereas Hey Arnold is kind of hit or miss in all the seasons. No,
I'm sorry. You stopped it.
There's a reflex. I can't help it.
It's okay. Feel the same way. Whereas I feel like Avatar just keeps on growing with each new episode. Like the first season is good, the second season is great, and the third season, like there's barely a stinker. Like
they bring it home.
They really do. Like I would rewatch the whole show, but I will admit that like with each new character they introduce, like with each new episode, it gets more and more interesting, and I don't feel that same way about Hey Arnold. Like I could watch any given episode and I would enjoy it, but Avatar's just great all the way through. That's all I wanted to say.
It's also more difficult to do what Avatar did properly, like when you have the long haul story of like the coming of age and becoming the hero and defeating the villain. Because that story's been done over and over, but like Avatar had a really cool take on it in a pseudo fantasy world with actual martial arts and really amazing like battle sequences that are visually stunning. Like I love the battle between Zuko and Azula with the fire with red and blue.
And how it was
that
quiet.
was really cool. Yes, that was really good. You have these characters with depth. Azula falling apart at the end. Spoilers. I love that. Like she got everything she wanted, but yet she was still unhappy, and that spoke volume to me. Avatar and Hey Arnold have their serious moments, but Avatar more than Hey Arnold. Which doesn't make it immediately better. Like, oh, serious shows are always better than funny shows or whatever. That's not true. But like, Avatar is just a good show. Like, it's a really good show with a good story arc. And like Jack said, you can get a pizza, sit down, and start knocking that shit out, and you're in for a good time. And there's only like a handful of stinkers. Versus Hey Arnold, where like it just feels more disjointed. Where it's like, okay, we got some good ones and get some really bad ones. So I vote for Avatar.
Okay. So that's 2 for Avatar.
Yeah. What was the other one again? Oh, Arnold. Yeah.
No, it's Rocco.
I thought we were still on Rocco.
No, we're still on XJ9. Where have you been?
No, this is Fanboy and Chum Chum.
God.
I don't know. Yeah. I guess Avatar, since it's the more ambitious show.
Paleo?
Yeah.
Who's next?
Jax, did you already vote?
What? Oh, well, it's 3 against... Oh, I don't have to vote now. I can pull a paleo with that one.
No, you made me.
I know, I will. I'm gonna. Honestly, I love both of these shows to death. They are in my top 10 favorite animated series of all time. But just for the simple fact that, for me, again, if you have more quality, like if you get like just A+, A, high Bs, then like compared to a show that gets like constantly A's, but then, you know, it has some C's in there, you know, maybe a couple like D's, but like, and never like really an F, I would definitely go with like Avatar overall. I think Avatar is just like, it's just one of the best animated series of all time. Like literally, it's my second favorite animated series of all time. I gotta give it props. These guys said everything I said, everything I think about it and more. And I just, yeah, nothing but love for Avatar.
All right. Yeah, Avatar. It's Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love Hey Arnold, but Avatar.
See ya.
Right.
The tagline for this podcast.
Yeah.
Say I love Arnold, but Avatar.
So hold on, let me just do one last thing before we end this. So I want to name it. I want to say Hey Arnold character, and you tell me what kind of bender they would have been.
Oh.
Oh God.
All right, Arnold. Arnold. What would Arnold be?
Arnold seems like an airbender, definitely.
Yeah.
He's just so mellow and chill.
All right, Helga.
Helga's a firebender,
Fire.
dude.
Yeah.
Fire.
All right, Gerald.
Earth.
All right.
Really? You say Earth?
He's
I
a
say water because
grounded
he's like so
guy.
smooth.
Oh, true.
I say
Yeah.
He's
Phoebe.
just like a smooth guy. I like water.
Phoebe should be.
Phoebe should be a
also
waterbender,
water
too.
in my
Yeah,
opinion.
water.
Yeah.
All right, Uncle Phil or Grandpa Phil.
Grandpa Phil. Hey, shirt
Air.
man. Check out. Yeah, I feel Earth because like a Boomy's crazy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so I say Earth.
Fair.
All right, one more. Pigeon Man.
Pigeon man. Air. Hopefully, no, wouldn't that suck if he was an earthbender, but he was with pigeons and shit like that? He was trying to fly with them. Oh god, poor guy.
It could be something interesting. It could be a metal bender.
No, he could be like that Sparky Boom Man, where it comes out his head.
Yeah, it's fucking.
The kids are fucking with his pigeons. Just hear a.
Yeah.
Hey, look, if he ever got tired of them, he knows what to do.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Wait. I took the air out of their lungs, Arnold.
I took one people on. But
Oh god. All right. All right.
Big Bob's Fire Kingdom.
Big boss fire. Get out of here, Rob.
Okay. So Avatar: Last Airbender goes to the semifinals. We'll see you next time.
Beat it,
Bye,
football head.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm stinky.
I'm stinking.